Have you ever paused to consider who truly governs the world, not in terms of politics or economics, but in terms of sheer industry, organization, and unseen influence? The answer might astonish you. It's not the majestic lions, nor the keen-sighted eagles, nor even us humans, with our cities and technologies. It is them. Ants. Yes, those diminutive creatures you observe marching in ceaseless columns across the ground, occasionally intruding upon your picnic or your kitchen. We may dismiss them as a nuisance, an insignificant detail in nature's grand tapestry, but the truth is, these minuscule insects are, in reality, the planet's veritable silent engineers and architects. Envision an unflagging army, toiling in unison, devoid of ostensible leaders, each individual possessing a specific role, contributing to the survival and prosperity of an entire society that, in turn, sculpts its surroundings in ways we seldom perceive. Hay are more than mere insects. They are a driving force, catalysts for change, and vital indicators of our world's well-being. Consider how a forest flourishes, how soil retains its fertility, how plants propagate, and how the delicate equilibrium between predator and prey is sustained. In many of these foundational processes, ants play a surprisingly pivotal, often imperceptible to our hurried gazes, role. They excavate tunnels that aerate the earth, transport seeds to nascent locations, meticulously clear organic detritus, and even cultivate their own fungal gardens. Their presence or absence can signify the difference between a thriving ecosystem and one teetering on the brink of collapse. The sheer magnitude of their influence is simply staggering when viewed through a scientific lens. The total biomass of ants on Earth is estimated to be comparable to, or even surpass, the biomass of all human beings. Ponder this, a combined weight of billions of tons of tiny insects, laboring ceaselessly beneath our feet. This immensity of life, coupled with their sensitivity to subtle environmental shifts, renders them perfect sentinels of our planet. They are akin to living thermometers, capable of informing us, through their health and proliferation, whether the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil we cultivate are in good condition. Yet, this recognition of their significance is a relatively recent understanding and, for many, remains a novelty. Typically, our engagement with ants is confined to cursory observations or, at worst, attempts at their eradication. But what if I told you that, rather than viewing them as pests, we should begin to admire them as paragons of sustainability and organization? What if the solutions to some of our most profound challenges in engineering, computation, and agriculture could be unearthed by scrutinizing the seemingly rudimentary behavior of these creatures? This script is an invitation to look beyond the mundane, to unravel the secrets of a world concealed beneath our feet, a world where cooperation, efficiency, and adaptation reign supreme. Let us embark on a fascinating expedition to discover why ants are far more than mere insects. They are the fundamental pillars supporting life itself on Earth, in ways you have never fathomed. Prepare to have your perspective on the natural world radically reshaped by the collective intelligence and colossal impact of these diminutive yet formidable beings. Now, let us delve into the intricate web of interdependence that ants weave within ecosystems, focusing on a particularly captivating aspect, their ecological partnerships. Far from being solitary in their environmental engineering endeavors, ants are masters at forging symbiotic alliances, veritable biological contracts that benefit multiple species. One of the most remarkable is their relationship with certain plants. Many plant species, particularly in tropical environments, have evolved to attract ants with specialized structures called extrafloral nectaries, which secrete a sugary sap rich in nutrients. In exchange for this energetic snack, the ants offer protection. They patrol the plant, attacking potential herbivores, from insects to small vertebrates, before they can inflict significant damage. Consider an acacia plant in an African savanna, with its hollow thorns and leaves that feed its guardians. This mutual protection is so effective that some plants rely almost exclusively on ants for their survival and reproduction. This interaction is not mere evolutionary happenstance, it is a testament to life's ingenuity, where cooperation triumphs over competition. Furthermore, ants play a pivotal role in seed dispersal, a process termed myrmecochory. A multitude of plants yield seeds adorned with a fleshy, nutrient-rich appendage known as an elaeosome, which proves exceptionally alluring to ants. Upon encountering these seeds, ants transport them back to their colonies, not for immediate consumption, but to subsist on the elaeosome. The residual seed, intact and subsequently enriched by the nest's organic detritus, is frequently discarded in secure, fertile locales within or proximate to the colony. These sites afford optimal germination conditions, distanced from the parent plant, thereby mitigating competition for light, water, and nutrients, and shielding nascent seedlings from predators and pathogens that may be concentrated around the original flora. This transport and plant strategy is instrumental in forest regeneration and the colonization of novel habitats by numerous plant species, thereby ensuring the biodiversity and resilience of entire ecosystems. Devoid of these disperser ants, many of these plants would simply be incapable of propagation and proliferation. The complexity of these alliances is further amplified when we consider interactions with other invertebrates, such as aphids. Numerous ant species engage in a form of pastoralism, safeguarding aphid colonies from their natural predators, like ladybugs and lacewings. In exchange for this protection, ants milk the aphids, collecting a sugary, amino acid-rich substance known as honeydew, which aphids excrete from their bodies. This honeydew serves as a highly energetic food source for the ants, and they frequently store it in their nests to sustain the colony. Some ants even transport aphid eggs to more secure locations, ensuring the survival of their flock during periods of scarcity or adverse conditions. This intricate relationship exemplifies ants' capacity to manipulate and manage other organisms for their own benefit, ultimately shaping the population dynamics of various species within an ecosystem. The interconnectedness is so profound that the removal of a specific ant species can precipitate the decline of an associated plant or trigger a population explosion of an insect previously regulated by it. Furthermore, the influence of ants on nutrient cycling and soil health, which we briefly mentioned, warrants a more in-depth examination through the lens of these partnerships. By excavating their nests, ants intermix soil layers, bringing nutrients from the depths to the surface and incorporating organic matter into their galleries. This excavation activity, often coupled with the decomposition of organic debris they collect, accelerates the mineralization of complex compounds into simpler forms that plants can readily absorb. In certain ecosystems, the sheer volume of soil moved by ants annually can rival that of other natural geological processes. They effectively plow the earth on a microscopic scale, enhancing aeration, water infiltration, and overall soil structure. Thus, the partnerships they forge are not solely confined to protection or sustenance. They are intrinsically interwoven with the fertility and physical well-being of the very substrate upon which plant and animal life depends. Every tunnel excavated, every seed transported, every aphid shielded, contributes to an ongoing cycle of renewal and nourishment that underpins biodiversity. As we interweave the diverse facets of ant life, we observe an emergent pattern of influence that transcends mere individual existence. Each described interaction, each survival strategy, each intricate web of relationships, converges to reveal a fundamental truth about the architecture of life on our planet. It is as if, by observing these tiny creatures intently, we are deciphering a genetic code of ecological resilience, a manual of instructions for sustainability that nature itself has penned over millennia. The way they shape the soil, promote seed dispersal, and orchestrate symbiotic relationships are not isolated events, but rather the threads of an intricate tapestry that underpins the health and vitality of countless ecosystems. Reflecting on this journey thus far, we perceive that comprehending the significance of ants is not merely an academic exercise in biology but an invitation to reassess our own position and role within the grand tapestry of existence. The solutions they proffer, often concealed within behaviors we might dismiss as commonplace, stand as a testament to the ingenuity inherent in evolution. The manner in which their societies operate, with an efficiency that inspires entire fields of science and technology, suggests that much can be gleaned from these paragons of organization and cooperation. They demonstrate to us that strength resides not solely in individuality but in the capacity to collaborate, to optimize resources, and to adapt to a world in perpetual flux. Thus, as we approach our final reflection, it is imperative to acknowledge that what has been explored thus far merely scratches the surface of the depth and breadth of ants' impact. The manner in which they integrate, akin to vital components within a colossal mechanism, underscores the fragility and interconnectedness of all living systems. The persistence and adaptability evinced by these creatures, in the face of environmental and evolutionary challenges, offer a valuable perspective on resilience. Grasping these interconnections prepares us to fully appreciate the legacy and ongoing role of these extraordinary beings in sustaining the dynamic equilibrium of terrestrial life, a legacy that ultimately resonates profoundly with our own existence and well-being. What began as an observation of tireless, minuscule laborers reveals itself, in truth, to be a profound exploration into the fundamental engineering of life. Ants, in their ceaseless activity, not only sculpt the soil beneath our feet but weave the very threads that connect organisms in an intricate ballet of survival and renewal. They stand as living testament to the fact that the most impactful contributions often spring from the most seemingly humble and persistent endeavors. Their capacity for alliance building, for cultivation and protection, for dispersal and fertilization, mirrors the collective intelligence that propels evolution itself. Each ant colony serves as a microcosm of a miniature ecosystem, a natural laboratory where the laws of cooperation and adaptation are rigorously tested and refined. The biomass they represent, a weight rivaling that of our own species, serves as a poignant reminder that dominion over nature is rarely achieved through brute force, but rather through subtle integration and unwavering efficiency. As we contemplate the vastness of their contributions, we are invited to a paradigm shift. We cease to view them as mere pests to be avoided or controlled, and instead begin to recognize them as indispensable partners in maintaining planetary health. The engineering inspired by their colonies, the optimization strategies we derive from their movement patterns, all of this points toward a future where nature's wisdom becomes an essential guide for human innovation. The resilience they demonstrate in the face of environmental adversity is a silent lesson on the importance of adaptability and interdependence in a world of constant transformation. They teach us that true strength lies in the capacity to work in harmony, to contribute to a greater good, even if that good is merely the fertility of the soil or the dispersal of a seed.